Hey everybody, and welcome to a very special video. Today, the game Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2 was released, and in the previous Call to Arms video, I of course already talked about how I want to do more of these sort of like epic battles, these large-scale battle type games on the channel, like I did before with, for example, Arma, Man of War, that sort of thing. One of you actually notified me in the comments that this game was coming out very soon, so that would be the perfect opportunity to make another one of these videos. In case you're wondering why I want to get back again, I know some of you really prefer just the story content on my channel, but I'm very busy with other stuff besides this YouTube channel, but also other YouTube channels that I'm running, including, of course, the Game Archivist, which the link you can find in the description down below. That channel is actually growing very fast, going very well. Had a video blow up about 5 or 6 days ago or something, so please go ahead and over. If you like what you see, then please subscribe to the Game Archivist as well. It helps me out a lot. But anyway, because of that, you know, the story-driven content costs a lot of time to make. So though it will not disappear, of course, I want to, you know, keep making videos for the channel, and having more gameplay videos kinda is, you know, is a way that I'm able to do that. And when it comes to gameplay stuff, I do like my epic battles and large-scale warfare things. So also let me know what other cool epic games you would like to see on the channel besides Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator. There are, of course, a lot out there that offer epic battles on a large scale, though none on a scale as large as this game, because look at this, people. All of these are actual soldiers, and this is only half of the men that are actually going to battle. Over here, we have the exact same size of the armies again. Now, what I want to do today is Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator came out in early access, and because of that, there are only a few factions, a few unit types available. And one of them, of course, are the Spartans, which were a fan favorite of the very first Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator. So, what we have here are the Roman soldiers against the Persians, and what I want to do in this video as well is, of course, see how many Persians can 300 Spartans take on. So we're going to actually have 300 Spartans take on 1,000,000 Persians and see what that does. But to start a video out with an epic battle, I actually wanted to just do an epic battle between Roman soldiers and Persians in the beginning, so that's what we're going to start with. But after that, we're going to switch to the Spartans and see how they are doing. You can also take part in the battle yourself by possessing actually a troop. We might do that as well, but without further ado, let the battle commence. Actually, the Roman soldiers are not actually having that much of an epic charge, since they all have their shields ahead of them. The Persians, in that sense, make a way more epic impression, as all of them are running at full speed. These guys are just kind of jogging, and here it goes. Here comes the clash. Oh, beautiful. We have around 400,000 against 400,000 troops clashing here. Of course, I divided them up, so what we're seeing here are around 500,000 troops. You can see that the blood is flowing heavily over here. I'll turn off cinematic mode so that in the upper right corner you can get a hold of the troops. The Team 2 are, I believe, the Romans. You can actually see the Romans pushing forward. That's why there's so much blood. It's because they're pushing the Persians away from them. And you can actually customize the troops yourself in the menu as well. You can adjust their strength, defense, blah, blah, blah. And so you can actually make them stronger or weaker if you so like. But all of these are the vanilla units. So these are the strength that come with the actual game. You can see them stabbing the Persians like that. We can actually see if we can partake in the battle. Now we actually have taken control of this soldier. And there's not a whole lot you can do. You can battle cry. I believe you have a attack for if you sprint. And that. So there's not a whole lot of like different animations available, but it does the job. There we got our first kill. You can also actually go first person. But most of this is animation based and not necessarily physics based, which is why if you want to play a game where you can partake in gigantic battles and actually things like momentum, angle, and that sort of thing matters, I would suggest something like Mountain Blade, Bannerlord, or Warband, or Tabs, a totally accurate battle simulator. See here, actually on the side, it's a little bit cooler because units are actually running around and trying to flank. There we got a kill. And the Spartans are, of course, a lot stronger in the game than the Roman soldiers, so it's going to be very interesting to see how they're going to deal with that. Then again, we're only going to put 300 Spartans in there. Oh, and there my unit went. We can take a quick look on the other side. Ooh, you can actually see how the battle has shifted and how they are going through it in the middle. This is one of 5 maps. This is the Mount Olympus map. And I assume with the workshop implemented, there will be a lot of different maps. Look, this is the exact same amount of units on the other side, but you see how the battle here is way more equal. We can also slow-mo it. See if we can get some good angles here. The battle on this side is definitely more on a hill terrain, making some difference. But also here, the Romans are definitely dominating. We'll do it to regular speed again. Actually, look at this. The Persians are pushing through over here. Interesting. Very interesting. Look how massive these armies are. That's the thing with Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator, is that the units and the armies are so insanely big that they defy anything that's like epic from a site we know from movies. You know, even in movies like Lord of the Rings or what's another epic one? I guess Star Wars you can count. Like, probably the amount of units you will see on screen are like 100,000, maybe 200,000. You know, this is like 1,000,000 troops. And I don't know if there's if there are movies out there that show warfare like this. Then again, that is my only issue sort of like with this game, is that often it'll come down to just, you know, this line in the middle where units are clashing off against each other and units waiting in line. It's a very static experience in that sense. That's why I do prefer games like Bannerlord or Totally Accurate Battle Simulator. But there, you only deal with 2,000 or 3,000 units, depending on your system. And here, obviously, there's a lot more. But it does become a little bit repetitive. Now, there are, of course, ways that you can deal with this. For example, by playing around with formation, but also how close the units are standing next to each other. So actually, for this one, I put it to where they're a little bit apart from each other, not clustered up right next to one another. But you can have them stand even further apart. And here you can actually see something very interesting, is that the Romans are now indeed flanking, and the Persians are sending reinforcements over to their flank from the middle, which will weaken their middle and ultimately speed up their demise. Again, it is very interesting to see how this works, how dominant the Romans are. And we can, of course, play around with things in upcoming videos as well. Like, there are World War II soldiers in here, medieval soldiers, I think some futuristic stuff as well, or fantasy stuff. So we can definitely do some very cool videos and see what units will clash with ones. You know, what about 300,000 Spartans versus, I don't know, 100,000 Sherman tanks or whatever. You know, everything is possible. And you might ask, like, why have I not done that many, like, Ultimate Epic Battle Simulators of the first game, like the videos? But that was when I was, again, very much stuck in doing a lot of story-driven content on the YouTube channel. And like I said, I cannot afford to just do story-driven content anymore. Anyway, the Romans are clearly on the winning side, so we'll actually end the battle here. You can actually see that they have dominated them and have killed over half of the Persian troops out there. And yeah, victory of this goes to the Persians. So without further ado, let's now actually switch to the Spartans and see how they will stand against the Persian threat. Alright, here we are now with the Spartans, 300 of them to be exact. And as you can see, they very clearly took the aesthetic that we know from the movie. And as you can see, they are a little spread out. I actually spread them out further than the other troops. And this is what a million Persians look like, people. To be able to put them all on this side of Mount Olympus, I actually had to, again, cluster them up. So where the Spartans are actually further away from each other, these guys are all closer to one another. And as you can see, they look ready to taste blood. This might get a little bit laggy. I might put it on slow motion when they clash, but I also put the Spartans on hold, so they're of course defending their hometown from the invading Persians. So without further ado, let's see what they can do. And here they all come. Now I would shit my pants if I would see this coming running towards me, but a Spartan, of course, does not know fear. He welcomes death. And tonight, all these guys will dine in hell. I will actually turn off cinematic camera so that you can actually see the number of kills. Oh, here they come. Here they come. Let the battle commence. See, this is cool. See, if you have your characters a little bit further away from each other, further apart, the battle, in the beginning at least, does not get that static with, you know, these two lines following each other. It's way more interesting visually, in my opinion. Though, I will say this, it does not look good for the Spartans at all. 1/3 has already been destroyed. They're doing a lot worse than I first thought. We might actually set them to attack as well. And see, because these guys are now just chilling. They're not doing anything. It's not exactly what I had in mind when I told them to hold. These guys are like, huh, I think I left the stove on back at home, even though I'm from ancient Greece. The animations themselves are very good, though. You know, if you put it to slow motion, it's very cool. We can actually follow this guy for a bit, see how long he lasts. Let's call him Joe. Joe the Spartan. Oh, and there Joe went. Let's actually take control of one as well. Let's take control of this guy. feel the need for some Persian meat. Yeah, you can actually see the alternate attack, the sort of like sprint attack. I got 3 kills. I bet we're gonna win this. Oh lord. Wow. The Spartans were only able to kill 600. Let's do this again, and actually, I don't know, I might actually put the Spartans closer to each other, see what happens then, and I will actually let them attack as well, because so many of the Spartans actually did not participate in the battle at the beginning. Okay, here we are. Now, again, with 300 Spartans, a little bit closer to each other, still not as close as the Persians. They already basically have a wall of just human soldiers there. But we'll see what happens there. The battle might actually be easier for the Spartans if I were to spread out the Persians a bit more. But again, there's not that much space on this particular map. Maybe there's like a desert map or a desert dune map. That might be better for something like that. But without further ado, let's begin the battle. Let's see how they do. Now, all of the Spartans, as you can see, immediately will partake in the battle. Let's see if this changes something to the score. Immediately, they are being surrounded. But look at that. Look at the kills, people. Look at the kills. It makes all the difference. Now the Persians are swarming them from behind. This is going to be their death because they're being stabbed from both sides. Persians trying to close it in over here. But look at that, already 1,000 kills for the Spartans. They're already doing twice as good as last time. But again, they're now surrounded. No way out. They're trapped. They're still swarming them. And look at this. Is this like a whole country? Like a whole city just swarming them. But again, they almost have 2,000 kills. They lost half their men already. King Leonidas would be proud, though. So it's interesting. So in this game, 300 Spartans can kill around, I don't know, 2,400 troops. So, for the final battle of today's video, I want to, what shall we do? Let's face them off against 5,000 Persians and see what that does. Because again, they've been able to kill around 2,200 here. These are the last guys left, really not able to kill anything. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, so let's actually put them against 5,000 Persians and see if maybe, because they won't be as, you know, swarmed as easily, if they'll be able to overcome that. Alright, so here we are. Now, this is what 5,000 Persian troops look like, and as you can see, I put them actually further away from each other, as well as the 300 Spartans, and we will see if they're actually now be able to deal with that. I won't actually turn off the cinematic camera to reveal the number of kills. We will see by how the units are doing. Persians are immediately trying to swarm, though, trying to flank. These Spartans are trying to withhold that, but they're like worker bees. Now, it is going to take a lot longer for them to actually get surrounded. Ooh, on the right flank, they're actually holding out very, very strong. And again, today's battle is very simple with just two armies, you know, opposite from each other. But you can do really cool stuff with like a separate army flanking from the left or from the right, etc., like reinforcements. So there's a lot you can do. So definitely also let me know in the comments down below what kind of battles you want to see, some ideas for some epic spectacles that we can definitely make some videos about in the future. They are doing pretty well, however, they are still getting surrounded. I fear the Spartans will still die. Oh, what is this? What's happening here? Not entirely sure what is happening here. But okay. Oh my god, look at all the blood. Yeah, okay. So you can even see, like, even with a lot less units, they are still getting swarmed and not even able to actually get to 2,000 kills right now. Maybe a unit glitched through the floor or something, and that made them upset. Or maybe they already were like, you know what, we already won, so we're just going to do like a victory dance over here. Anyway, guys, that was it for the first video of Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, let me know any ideas for Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2 that you would like to see in future videos, or any other games like Mount & Blade or Man of War or Arma, etc., or other games I don't have that can provide some pretty cool and epic battles that we can do on the channel. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.